It's a beautiful day here in South Central Florida. The NSDCA sees the Mountain Dew Custom Series competitors roll off for a new race distance record of 25 laps here in the Valvoline 200 around the 2.5-mile oval, the Daytona International Speedway. Got a strong field of 40 cars once again. We saw who made it and who didn't off the duels on Thursday, but rolling off here for 25 laps, let's take a look at some of your field, but after the most famous words in motorsports, the command to fire the engines.
Drivers, start your engines.
So the field of 40 cars will roll off here, and once they get going, your starting lineup will roll across your screen. Let's talk about some of the past winners of this race, why don't we? Winning it in Season 1 was Tony Green, the first ever race of the NSDCA. After that, Season 2, it was Aiden Berghardt, a rookie. Season number 3 saw Anderson Reed for Evernham win it, a rookie. And then last season, it was another rookie and Jesse Turner winning it for a rookie team, Ditech Motorsports. So it's been a lot of first-time drivers winning this race. Will we see that happen today, or will it be one of the veterans? We have a veteran starting on pole. That's number 14 of Colton Lane. Tornado and Mid-South Automotive returned to his number 14, just like last year, but this year is Pontiac, because they have taken over for Chevrolet here in the MDCS. So can this Pontiac body prevail strong here on the plate tracks? That'll be its first test here today. However, last season, while he competed for the championship with his teammate Austin Johnson, they lost it. They both lost it to who was driving that number 48 on the outside. That was Jake Galloway last season, but this season it's a rookie. Alex Fletcher was picked up from the RBSTS to drive this Texas Star 48 with Cobalt backing. So Alex Fletcher is looking to compete strong here today. Starting behind Fletcher, he was second in duel number 2. That is Eric Monaco. Smart Motorsports has really shown up after the off-season. They have proved themselves that they can compete on possibly a top 10 level, if not, maybe even steal a race win or two this season. Starting in third place, number 77 of Bobo Jones. This car is a fixture of the series, Monster Energy 77, obviously made famous by Diego Yepes, who is basically the greatest of all time currently in the NSDCA. Bobo Jones, he owns the team that is DY's Satellite North Border Motorsports, so we'll have to see if Bobo can compete this year. But we're getting ready to go green for 25 laps of action here at Daytona. Green flag is out. We're racing here at the world's center of racing. Pretty even start out of the top two. Bobo Jones was really hounding Colt Lane into one. Couldn't really quite get there. There's William Duncan already making moves underneath Noah Clifton here to secure his spot there on the outside line. But he's moved to the middle now. But Bobo Jones really pushing Colton Lane up here on the bottom. Preston Emmons possibly thinking about a dive underneath. Bobo Jones for second. They're neck and neck there for second. But Colton Lane just trying to hold the bottom, which it looks like he will manage to do. Through turns 3 and 4, not too many guys on that way outside line, so Eric Monaco, Noah Clifton probably going to fall back. Alex Fletcher had no help there on the high side, and he slipped back as well. So one of the dominant cars, as he dominated his duel, he's fallen back now. So Alex Fletcher's going to have his work cut out for him here today. It's a clean lap number 1. There's Preston Emmons and Jacob Rose jumping out in tandem underneath the 77. Bobo Jones' teammate Jeffrey Finguy sitting there in the 92. He's going to stick with the inside and not go up to help his teammate, as Duncan is pushing Fletcher to the way outside line. So that's really going to hurt the 48 and push him back even more spots. But now Emmons using Rose and Finguy's momentum to move underneath Colton Lane for the race lead on lap number 2, headed for turn 3. Matt Sladek throwing an elevator move to secure his spot on the bottom in front of Jose Mills for H-Draw Racing. Surprising to see that 09 up here. But out front, it's Preston Emmons, Jacob Rose, Jeffrey Finguy, Peter Ronjak, and Colton Lane. That's your top 5, so we're about to hit lap number 3. Colton Lane, Alex Fletcher working those top lines. That's going to give those guys on the outside a fighting chance here currently. William Duncan, they're stuck in the middle. It is Saya 33. He drove the 6 last year for Ditech. Cody Smart nicking the wall back there on the 53. Yes, he drove the 6 last season, but it's the same team, same crew, but a new manufacturer as well as Ditech Motorsports, excuse me, has moved to Toyota. And now we're going to see Jacob Rose make a move for the lead, but Cody Smart nicked the wall. I don't know how much damage he has, but he's really split up the pack there, holding up Noah Clifton. And I'm not sure who that was. It was John Dilks. Okay, but Dilks is going to fall back there on the third line. There's definitely a separation in the packs now. Jacob Rose for Rockstar Energy Racing. They really haven't done much throughout their time here in the MDCS. Usually been more of a mid-pack team, as obviously most people knew them as Red Bull Motorsports the past few seasons. While Sebastian Kukulov contended for the Season 2 championship, the team really regressed in performance, but maybe this season could be a turnaround for the RAR team, as it looks like the packs have caught back up to each other. Jeffrey Finguy, the rookie, though, for Diego Yepes Incorporated, sitting in tow. He's going to move out. Preston Emmons holding down P3 right now. He's going to go with Finguy, 92 and 94 working together. Look at that. And Onjak helping a fellow Dodge out as he sits P3. However, Alex Fletcher, look at this. He got to the bottom and he has worked his way up very quickly. This 48 on the move. This just shows you how strong that Cobalt Dodge is. He's already back up to 5th. Seeing a little bit of high shuffling here so far for the lead is now Emmons and Onjak, and now Fletcher. So the Dodge is really working together here as they all jump underneath Finguy and Sladek as well. Let's take a look here toward the back of the pack. Patrick Smith holding down last. Currently, he has not lost the draft, though, so that's a plus for the GDI team. Jesse Turner, former winner of this race, sitting toward the back as well. Roger Ray, possible championship contender there in the 40, looking not so hot as well toward the back. Speaking of former winners, there's Anderson Reed as well back here. These three all working with Alliance, Kamikaze Racing, Reed Racing, and Odge Auto, 46, 47, and 40. Back up to the front, Alex Fletcher's gotten underneath Peter Onjak, and now he's looking underneath Preston Emmons for the race lead here on lap number 6. Fletcher here, this 48 team got about 4 wins last season, I believe, in the MDCS, so they are very strong, one of the strongest cars on the field. Now Onjak moving to the bottom to help Fletcher once again. Lane going, trying to go to the way outside line. That third line, nobody's going to go with him, but maybe he's just going to slingshot around Bobo Jones and move back down in the middle. That's exactly what he's going to do. Jose Mills proving, oh man, whoa, Jacob Rose, where are you going? He's going to force 4 wide. I don't think this is going to work. Emmons trying to back out as much as he can. Duncan squeezing Jose Mills. He's going to hook the 09. Rose hard to the wall, and it's going to be the big one here at Daytona. Big hit. Sladek upside down and rolling Cody Smart. A vicious crash. Austin Murray as well got into the air. Oh my goodness. Oh, don't show that to your kids at home. Alex Fletcher. What an accident. Fletcher leads back. Half the field is junk. They went 4 wide and obviously it didn't work. Oh my goodness me. I hope everybody's alright. Oh my goodness. Half the field's gone. Wow. Lap 7. 25. Here's your top 10. Alex Fletcher, Peter Onjak, Antoine Smith, Logan Cloud, William Duncan, Mathis Wells, Colton Lane, Priya McShane, Larry Hagan, and Matthew Brown. I think it's time to get multiple replays of this wild, wild big one off turn 4. Alright, we're going to slow it down here. You see, this is where it all starts. Preston Emmons running the top. William Duncan trying to move underneath Jacob Rose, because I think he may have thought that Emmons got the wall, but Emmons didn't. So here we go. It's 4 wide off turn 4. Rose not leaving Duncan any room on the bottom. And he's going to clip Jose Mills here. Duncan nowhere to go. It's not his fault. It's the product of the racing here. Jose Mills just staying as low as he can. Rose squeezing the 33. Right there at the corner exit, Duncan and Mills collide. They shoot up the track. And nowhere to go for these guys. They're going to hit the wall here. Everybody trying to get by on the bottom. Rose looks like he's going to save it. Oh, man, the 94 barely catches the 77, who gets into the 09 there. Maxwell Fine nowhere to go up top. Emmons nowhere to go up top. And here's where it all clogs up. Track is blocked. Heavy hits, Sladek and Rainey. Sladek into the air. Roger Ray into the 53. 0-2 and 54 getting up in the air and rolling back there. But Cody Smart goes for a wicked tumble here. Just rolling right next to Cordell Smith. Smith getting a great view of this accident and just digging in, just like Peter Rajak did in the truck race last season. Just digging in a violent flip for the 53. Lands on his wheels, but ends up rolling back onto his roof. He's going to land back on his wheels. He sticks the landing. I'd still give it a 10, but just a tremendous accident. You see Jesse Turner perched on top of Eric Monaco. Austin Murray driving away from his flip, so they know that he is okay. Cordell Smith at 6 is on fire. Just so many guys torn up after that, Brack. Let me get you some more replays of this. It's just a tremendous accident. Here we go. Flyby to the wreck. We're going to watch here. Austin Murray just gets pushed up by Eric Monaco, and when Monaco flips, that sent the 54 over the back of the 77. So it wasn't too hard of a hit for Austin Murray as he drove away. But Jay Jefferson, I think, was the one who sent the 0-2 over. We're going to go on board with him. On board Jay Jefferson as the wreck starts way ahead of him. He was running around in the back. Seemed to be alright. They just pushed into Turner and Monaco. Sent them into the air. But Jefferson drove away, although he will probably be done for the day. On board here with the defending winner of this race, Jesse Turner, as he ends up crashing into Eric Monaco and the rest of the field. He just unfortunately just ended up sliding on top of the 0-2, so not where Eric Monaco wants to be. Just a very unfortunate wreck, but Turner is okay as he was able to drive away. Cody Smart was carrying a visor cam today and will ride on board for his wild flip in the infield. It was okay. Track got blocked. Oh. That was a very violent ride on board. Hopefully he's alright. We'll get more updates for the end of the race. Let's get you back to the restart. Welcome back to the Valvoline 200 here. It's under caution, lap 9 of 25, but we have a extremely long list of retirees after the huge one coming off of turn 4. A 4-wide incident set off a chain reaction crash that blocked the track and saw 3 guys ending up flipping. Cordell Smith, Eric Monaco, Cody Smart, Bob Helipad, Jay Jefferson, Cody Lamas, Anderson Reed, Alex Peters, Matt Sladek, Patrick Smith, Jesse Turner, Ricky Freeman Jr., Bobo Jones, Maxwell Fye, Austin Murray, Luke Rainey, and Roger Ray have all retired from the race due to crash damage. Who's left? Well, let's take a look here at who's left. Alex Fletcher, one of the fastest cars so far this Speed Weeks, leads over Peter Onjak, the fellow Dodge. Antoine Smith and Logan Cloud, the 2 Evernham boys, 3rd and 4th, so it's an all Dodge top 4. William Duncan, the lone Dytech car remaining, because is Cody Lamas out? Yes, Cody Lamas is out, so William Duncan, the lone Dytech car remaining. Mathis Wells sits 6th. Colton Lane, another quick car. He's back at 7th. Priya McShane is 8th. Larry Hagan, 9th. That's Fletcher's teammate. And then Matthew Brown sits P number 10. Austin Johnson there in 11th. Stephen Wallace Jr. in 12th. Dylan Young in 13th for Fitzwater Australia Racing. Mike Cook still in it. Austin Delgado still in it. Jeffrey Finguy, Bobo Jones' teammate. He was toward the front of the field. And then we go to some of our more damaged cars. Preston Emmons got a big piece of that as he was the one who was forced 4 wide. And one of those guys set into the wall at the very start of the wreck, so he's obviously beat in, so that car's not probably going to hold the draft. Mikey Yamakaze hit Matt Sladek in the door, I believe. He was in the middle of that. I don't know how he got that little of damage. DJ Curtis also in this as well. He was caught up in that. He was running midfield, and most of the guys that were running midfield are now out. Noah Clifton, although he started up high, that 59 won't be coming home in one piece probably, as some of it has probably been already picked up by the wreckers. Jacob Rose didn't leave William Duncan that much room when everybody was forced 4 wide, and he got sent up into the wall because of it. Can't really blame him though, as Emmons could have backed out. No one is at blame for the accident. I will say that. It's one of those racing deals. John Dilks had nowhere to go, and Jose Mills was the driver on the inside, who ended up getting hooked by Duncan to the outside wall. Preston Emmons on the apron, so Emmons is going to pit because of his damage, so he's going to get out of the way of the restart, but will be lap 11 of 25. We've got still a lot of racing left to go. Alex Fletcher, Peter Onjak, and then the Evernham boys, Smith and Cloud lead them down. We're back to green flag action here at Daytona. Now, it's almost going to be like the dual what-if scenario. Can anybody beat Alex Fletcher? Half the field is gone, basically. So, can Fletcher be passed? Will these guys have enough momentum to pass, or will it be the top 4 Dodges all holding station? No! The Evernham boys moving out underneath Peter Onjak. Logan Cloud going to go with his teammate. He can't figure out where he wants to go. He's going to go with Onjak, but Duncan says thank you for the inside. He's moving underneath the 79 now into turn 3. Let's see who's slow currently. Delgado very slow. Finn guy being held up. Yamakaze, Rose, Curtis slow. Emmons, how fast is... Oh man, he is very slow getting up to speed, but Alex Fletcher, Antoine Smith, 1-2 right now. Colton Lane already picking off more spots on the bottom. And now Cloud and Wells slice underneath, hanging out Onjak to dry there. Now Lane moving underneath Duncan. This shows you how strong the Pontiac nose seems to be so far. Nose has a little bit of kick out, so it can push a little bit better if it needs to. Antoine Smith, Alex Fletcher, these two teams, Evernham and Texas Star, are allies, so it does make a lot of sense why they're working together, as we definitely have 2 packs now, as Delgado and Finn Guy have fallen off to what seems to be the 2nd pack. And Antoine Smith, look at this, making a move for the lead here, coming to halfway in this race, but Colton Lane gets a big run here in the draft. Is he going to make it 3 wide for the lead in the tri-oval? No, he's going to stay with Antoine Smith for now, but now he's making the look, thought about 3 wide, backs out of it. Fletcher leads at the line over Smith. Let's go on board here with the 33, William Duncan, as he slices through the pack. Still side by side for the lead up there. Smith and Fletcher fighting hard, but now Lane and Onjak trying to charge up. Larry Hagan to the outside of William Duncan. Hagan barely made it after going to a backup car after pole day qualifying. Hagan, look at the run Hagan got on the high side. Duncan moving up top now. Colton Lane trying to push Antoine Smith to the lead over Alex Fletcher. Duncan trying to close up on Onjak here on the top side. Can't quite do it, as we're going to get a look here down the back. Great angle down there. Probably don't use it enough, but now Lane has backed off, and it's going to be his Fletcher's teammate, Larry Hagan, working against him to push Antoine Smith out front. This 39, no stranger to victory lane here on the big tracks. Anderson Reed won with them twice. Season number 3 here at Daytona and Pocono. Now Fletcher and Lane working together on top. The 2 fastest cars working together. No question about that. They're going to go back to the front. Preston Emmons very slow. 158 compared to 178. 20 miles an hour off the pace. Why are you still out on the track, Preston? They're going to close up to him here off turn 2. This is probably going to split some guys from the pack. Colt Lane moving down, nearly hits him. Oh my goodness me. And Emmons is going to hold up the 28 to 79. But Hagan's going to get to his inside. That's going to hold up on Jack Johnson and McShane. Hagan, though, he's got to step on the gas if he wants to close up here to the top 4. Colton Lane uses this, a late move, a risky move, to close right up and side draft the 94. Got the lead, but now it's Antoine Smith trying to take it, but he backs off. There's a bad bump there in the entry of the Tri-Oval. These Mountain Dew Custom Series cars, chassis, they're a lot harder to handle with the age put onto them, and these guys going side by side back here, that's risky. They got to catch the top 4 as we've hit the 10 to go mark in the Valvoline 200. Antoine Smith now trailing off the top 3. Fletcher moving underneath Lane once again. The 14 and 48. This is the battle we all expected. And now we're getting it here late at Daytona. If Lane or Duncan won, the rookie streak would be broken. If Fletcher or Antoine Smith run, that would not be broken. Fletcher should have rookie stripes. I don't know why he doesn't. But now Lane, a big run off the 4 on the high side. He's going to take the lead back once again. But Hagan's coming. Hagan and Wells are closing. Peter Onjek's here with Dylan Young still in the draft. Austin Johnson has lost it. Evans still holding up McShane. Here's the second pack. They've really fallen off. Bills and Clifton. They probably won't be in danger of being lapped, thankfully. But Colt Lane, a big lead now compared to William Duncan and Alex Fletcher. They're all laying back possibly. Close right back up to 14 and blow by him, probably through the Tri-Oval. But Fletcher doesn't want to work with Duncan. He's trying to keep the Dodges together. Hagan, Smith, and Fletcher all going to move past the 33 here. Can they get to the inside of the 14? They're just going to catch Colt Lane napping. He was running the middle, and he left the door open for Alex Fletcher to slip right underneath. We're seeing some good racing with only about 12 cars up here in the lead pack. Or is it 11? No, 12. Fletcher, Lane, Duncan, fighting the top 3, all fighting. Hagan really stacks up the bottom, and that's going to push some of those guys back as well. Why is Hagan defending for Fletcher if he's already losing the lead to Lane? I don't know. Let's go out to the back of the 14. Like Antoine Smith going to get to the inside of Fletcher there for 3rd. Duncan blocked a run from Fletcher. He's going to try and block him again here. William Duncan blocking for 2nd. That's allowing Colt Lane here to pull away and maintain this gap out front. Fletcher's not having any more Duncan shenanigans. He's moving to the inside for 2nd. He's got Mathis Wells there behind him. You can see the bumps, these cars bouncing through the corners. And here comes the menacing Dodge Grill, the 48 Cobalt Dodge. Alex Fletcher all over the back of Colton Lane. And here he comes to the inside. Creeping up, and he's going to clear him in turns 3 and 4. Hagan wants to get up there to his teammate. He's trying to pass Mathis Wells, but he's a bad corner exit. Looks like the 28 not too strong on corner exits. Allows Mathis Wells to get down there in 4th. But now Duncan back underneath Colton Lane. He knows Duncan. He's the underdog right now. Nobody expected Ditech Motorsports to be that much of a factor. They expected Jesse Turner to be the biggest factor. As Turner won this race last year, but he was taken out in the huge one earlier. Mathis Wells, another surprise up here. They haven't gotten up too far much, but you see Mike Cook and Dylan Young. Young was a shock of the field to make it. He's from Florida as well, so it's great that he made the field. He had a lot of his friends and family down here to see that, but he and Mike Cook are working. They are the true underdogs right now, and they're trying to fight it if they can to possibly win the Valvoline 200. But coming around, 5 laps to go. It's 14 versus 48 once again. Lane versus Fletcher. It was Lane versus Galloway lasting for the championship. There's no reason for them to stop, even if it's a rookie driver in that 48. Alex Fletcher missed the field with Harvick Benning Peterson in the Truck Series due to a stack up on the backstretch, but he's proving he wants redemption for his own confidence, and a massive, massive run off turn 2. Alex Fletcher plowing out to the race lead, as I think Colton Lane may have stacked up for a huge charge back on Fletcher, but that's ruined as Duncan underneath Mathis Wells. The strategy here is insane. And look at this. Matthew Brown, Wells' teammate, slicing up underneath him. He's trying to make a name for himself, redeem himself from a dismal Season 4. The Season 3 RBSDS East champion, proving strong here late. Can Matthew Brown pull it off? Where is Noah Clifton and Jose Mills? There in turn number 1. We're closing up to turn number 1. They could be a factor. Lane back underneath Fletcher. These two continue to break away. But now Duncan working the high side. Lane's car has no momentum on the bottom, it seems, as the tires are wearing off. Duncan and Wells trying to work together up top. This seems like a 1980s plate race with all the separation going on right now. Dylan Young, Peter Arnjack, Stephen Walsh Jr., some of the Dodgers trying to work together there toward the back, possibly mount a charge here late. But we have a Pontiac, a Ford, a Toyota, and a Dodge, top 4. All 4 manufacturers in the top 4. How about it? 3 to go, 7.5 miles, coming around. Alex Fletcher, can he be stopped? Will it be Duncan? Will it be Wells? Will it be Lane? Could it be Brown, Hagan, any of these guys toward the back? Into turn number 1, Wells and Lane duck out once again, but how slow is Lane's car on the bottom? It's slow. Wells maybe even slower. Duncan working the draft, trying to close up to Alex Fletcher. Can Fletcher be dethroned by William Duncan, the Saya Trucking 33, all over the back of the 48? He couldn't do anything off turn 2. Now coming toward turn number 3. Does he make a look or does he stay in tow? The top 2 tandeming out. The BGM guys trying to work on the high side with Lane. And how about Mike Cook for Shepherd Racing? Closing up behind the 14. He's up to 4th in the 89. Brown knows Wells can't make it. He doesn't have race-winning pace. He's going to go with Cook and Lane. And these two catch the top 2. Here we go. 2 to go in the Valvoline 200. Lane, a big run through the tri-oval. Closing up. There's the lappers. They're side by side ahead. They're going to determine the outcome of this race, I feel. Who's going to get around? Noah Clifton, John Dilks, and Jose Mills the fastest. There's Fletcher and Duncan. Still green. 1.5 laps to go. Down the back straightaway. They're closing up to lappers. They're going to the bottom. They're going to the bottom. They're going to hold everybody up. They pinch them side by side. Wells trying to work the top. He's going to get held up by not only his teammate, but John Dilks. Does Fletcher get to the inside of Clifton? Yes, he does. White flag out at Daytona in the Valvoline 200. Wells and Cloud trying to work together up top. They can't do anything. They're clear of Clifton now. Duncan and Lane trying to work together. Fletcher can't get underneath Jose Mills in the 1. They're going to stay close. Duncan very slow on the bottom. That's going to give a big break to Fletcher. Trying to get around Jose Mills. Duncan's going to close up because of Jose Mills. Jose got into Duncan on lap number 5 and set off the big one. Now Duncan may have just been helped by Jose Mills. Into turn 3. I don't think Duncan has there. He's too far back. Alex Fletcher holds the lead. Is there anything off turn 4? What can Colt Lane do? Can he push Duncan to victory? Off of turn 4. I don't think the run's going to materialize. No, it won't. Alex Fletcher for Texas Star Racing continues the rookie streak at the Valvoline 200. He wins the first race of Season 5. And a dramatic finish kept the field close because of the lap cars. Priya McShane racing around. Here's the second pack. They're fighting hard. This is for where? 15th. Jacob Rose looks to have the upper hand over Finn Guy here. Delgado. Yes, they're going to have the upper hand. What a race. What a finish. Oh my goodness. He had that massive wreck early on. Austin Murray was all right from that, but Cody Smart and Eric Monaco, they took some hard hits, man. We don't know. I believe that they're still in the infield care center. No word on their condition right now, but Alex Fletcher, man. What a race. What a performance for Fletcher. Lane, Duncan, you can't count out this top three. They were the top three for the majority of the race once it restarted. They had the cars to beat for sure. No question about that. Duncan and Lane, they were going to come into their boxes. Lane nearly tapped Duncan there. A little thank you, but that's going to do it. We saw Logan Cloud pacing around the track. One more lap there in a 79. Overall, that was a really good race. Fletcher did lead a bulk of the second half, but that's just because, excuse me, he had the outside line there late, and that just proved stronger. So that's going to do it here for us from Daytona. We'll get your finishing results and your points after this. But thank you all for watching to kick off the Mountain Dew Custom Series Season number 5.